Hi. So I've gotten an overwhelming response from many of you that you want to hear more Dimash and another reaction from me on one of his songs. And so I started my first reaction video with Dimash's SOS, which was an earlier performance in his career, and I was blown away. And some of you were like, girl, where have you been? I know, right? Well, I'm glad to be here now, and I want to thank those of you who gave me so many suggestions of songs by this crazy, talented, amazing, and incredible singer. So since Stranger came up a lot in your comments, I thought it made sense to check it out, and because it was more recent, so I could hear the progression, if that's even possible, right? So welcome and thanks for being here. Hi, I'm Vanessa E., vocal coach and singer-songwriter with You Can Sing Too, and I believe great singers are not born, they're made. So my goal is to uncomplicate great vocal technique and teach you simple yet effective tools that get results so that you can sing with more confidence, freedom, power, and range. And I also have a free singing goodie for you to help you on your singing journey. So stay tuned to learn about that. All right, on to Dimash's Stranger. I cannot wait to hear this.
Спасибо. Спасибо огромное. А теперь прозвучит новая песня. Примерно.
The music so far, I have a feeling it's going to be very dynamic. It's going to be very dynamic, and just from hearing just a tiny bit of music.
You crown as far as I can see. You crown underneath my feet. Stranger in a stranger's land. New chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin again.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there and comment because I can tell that the music is starting to build, and I just love how he starts out in this very smooth, softer tone, and he's using a little extra air blow on his notes to get that volume control. He's using the on his notes just to get that, like I said, more intimate, and it's a great way to have some room to build as well. It brings you in this softer way, like more intimately. And I like his control, how he's able then to take that air blow in and out. If he wants it on the ends of his nose, and then he brings it in and puts the vibrato, nice and clean. He just moves very smoothly with that, just in and out, masterfully, great control, great breath support as well. Keep listening. Definitely owning the emotion. I can just tell in the way he's performing before the singing.
In my heart, in ancient times, I wandered through this these valleys I have find them on this hills. Faces from us and how deep are their memories. I've said lost, I've lost, I feel them in this sea.
Okay, I want to stop it right there because I was not expecting that really, really low, those low notes from him, like so nice and deep connection to his chest voice. And then he's got a little bit of that vocal fry on there, you know, to give it that more gritty sound. And he's just like, that shocked me. Oh, you know, he gets in there and it's so low. I can't go to that low note, but that was awesome. Such a great color to add in from the you know, nice, soft, intimate, and then this deep, rich tone. And now he started to transition up into a smooth mixed voice here. And I just have a feeling he's going to be building it. So I'm going to listen some more and then I will comment as he goes a little bit further. Okay, that's awesome. So like I said, he starts out, you know, after the low part, and then he's going into, you know, he's transitioning, you know, a little bit higher in his mixed voice, but it's smooth and he's saving some room to add that power, which he does. And then he gets that nice mixed voice by lowering the larynx and getting more of that, you know, and as he's going higher, that allows him to get more power and just keep everything nice and relaxed. And like I said, I love the different tones that he's getting, and that's all intentional. You can just tell how he will shape his mouth and how he will add more, I'm going to call it airflow when you just you know, versus you know, he's building that and getting a more powerful mix as the music is building. So awesome. Wow. Okay, so that was so awesome to hear his build, and that's like a masterclass in sound placement, controlling your airflow on your notes and the movements and the different tones he's getting, and even vowel placement. There is so much he's doing there. So he is mixing, you know, as he's going higher, you know, when we're mixing, you are mixing chest voice and head voice, right? And so even in your highest part of your register, you still have a little bit of chest. You start to let go of it and you add in more head voice. You could hear how he just does that so well. He's getting a, you know, strong mix. He starts out with the, you know, the you know, he's getting a nice strong mix, and then he's, you know, transitioning those notes, and then he moves that sound forward to get these brighter tones where he's like how how he's doing that. I need to back up to get his actual pitch, but he is getting those brighter tones, and it almost sounds like an instrument to me. Kind of sounds a little bit like a sitar or something in those higher notes, but he's moving that sound with that forward placement, and that gives him a different tone. And then he even just moves his vowel out a little bit, and so that was awesome. And then higher head voice notes open up, so he's adding in more head voice, moving the sound placement with that more rounded tone. And then, you know, he's getting, I'm gonna guess that he's somewhere C sharp, where he, you know, he's getting those open tones, and there's like these just beautiful, and I said this last time, like angelic tones that he's getting. And it's just each time is a different, I'm going to say color for lack of a better word, and we use that sometimes with music because how are you going to describe it? So it's a different, you know, tone, and it's amazing. Wow. Masterclass in all of those things.
Far as I can see, new ground underneath my feet, stranger in a stranger's land, new chance to know who I am if I have the strength to begin.
Wow, that was a crazy long note, and I think that's that F sharp. Yeah, it's F sharp that he's holding, and that's a high mix, strong, powerful, and he's holding that. That takes a lot of breath support. You've got to get a really good breath, and you've got to have good stamina. That takes a while to work up to hold that long. That takes practice, and like I said, you have to make sure that you get that good breath support, and that when you sing that note, that you don't put too much air blow on in the beginning, or you won't be able to hold it. And he's able to hold it and sustain it to the very end so strong. That is amazing. I just love how he's able to get those notes. So let me comment as he was moving up to that. So I was hearing him do that nice low, again, those nice low rich tones. And like I mentioned before, I love how he's able to use the different sound placements, but vowel placements as well. So I hear him when he's giving more of a classical or even some sort of like little opera in there, where he's rounding out his tone, whoa, you know, where, and that's that, you know, style. And then when he wants to get more gritty and he's going up to more of like, you know, a pop style, he's widening out his vowels a little bit. So going from those rounded, oh, he's going to the you know, and then he's able to do that kind of, I would call it like, it's, you use this in, you know, a pop and even rock too, where you're getting that, you know, that bright, you know, where it's like wide, you widen out a little bit and you maintain some more of that chest voice and you give it that bright tone. So he moves to that as well. So it's just like all of these things in one, and that takes great vocal skill training. He's got this amazing range. Those are awesome high notes up in here that he's doing, and he's able to just, like I said, move those tones. And this is for a male, so like for me to do that high note on that F sharp in a mix, yeah, that's kind of high for a female, but not like it is for a male. And then he goes up into this territory, and I know some of you have told me that he can even go way higher than that. And you know, the most important thing is when you are singing is to own what you're singing, and he's owning that with the emotion and with his skill and the different colors and tones and vowels and air blow and control, which is awesome. So even if this wasn't the song that he goes the highest, every single note that he sang was done so well, and you can tell it was all intentional. And that shows you not only that he's a great, incredibly blessed, and a singer who has worked on his voice, but that he is a great performer as well. He puts that emotion in there, and that's what helps to draw us in, not only just his awesome voice and talent, but the emotion as well. So thank you for watching, and for those of you who have let me know about Dimash and his music, I am just amazed. So thanks again. And I want to also remind you that you can get your free vocal exercise that will help you to build your mixed voice, your chest and your head voice, and just get that by clicking the link in the description and downloading that. And please like and subscribe to this channel, as I love to have you here and share vocal tips and do reaction videos to awesome singers and just share what they're doing and how, you know, this can encourage us as singers, encourages me as a vocal coach to even, you know, continue to grow more and more and see what's possible. So again, hit that like and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next time. Happy singing.